So if you're not interested in preventing gun violence, and you're not interested in supporting victims and communities after a gun violence tragedy, why do you exist? Why are you here?
The parents of 4 teens killed at a Michigan high school by a classmate speaking out nearly 3 years after the crime, vowing that their fight for justice is far from over. NewsNation's Caitlin Becker is live for us in Oxford, Michigan. Caitlin, the shooter is serving a life sentence. His parents also behind bars for at least 10 years for not doing more to stop the shooting. What is it that these families are calling for now?
Well, Nichole, they want to know why this happened. As you just said, the shooter and his parents behind bars. They have the answer to who was responsible for this, but why and how did Ethan Crumbley enter this high school behind me in 2021 with a handgun and the intent to kill? And what they've been asking for years now and getting caught up in red tape and all the bureaucracy is for the state to do an investigation into how this happened. Where were there failures? Where should there be more safeguards? How do we prevent this from happening again? And they said that there has been no state-funded investigation, and that's really what they want. They want Michigan lawmakers to do an in-depth investigation into all of the other factors that go into something like a school shooting, and then to be able to use that information, turn it around to hopefully prevent these things from happening again. And I actually spoke with Steve St. Juliana. His daughter Hannah was one of those killed. And he said that beyond this area here in Oxford, there are things people can do across the country to support the families of the victims and to hopefully prevent this from happening in the future. Take a look.
I mean, it's a matter of people just need to first educate themselves and then step forward. I mean, one of the obvious ways is vote for the elected officials that are saying they're going to do something. Go to the school board meetings. One of the things is we invited actually, I believe, 10 of the local school boards, and you notice that there was none standing behind us. Not a single one that stood behind us. I think that says volumes. And that's at a direct level that the community can get involved. Go to your school board meetings, ask the tough questions, demand the changes at that level.
Now, what's interesting here is the school boards that he had mentioned who didn't show up. Those were the surrounding areas. But the school board here in Oxford, there were representatives on that stage. The school board is fully supporting what these parents are asking for. And it is a completely different board than the one that was in place when the actual shooting happened, Nichole.
So, Caitlin, what is the latest with Ethan Crumbley's case?
You know, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole and an additional 24 years. But he's asking a judge to consider resentencing, finding that the sentence was perhaps too harsh. He was 15 at the time of the shooting. He's 18 now. And in his bid for this resentencing, he cited mental health issues, saying that he perhaps suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome and was asking for an independent person to come in and interview him and see if there were any sort of mitigating factors that could help lessen that sentence. And tomorrow, Tuesday, Nichole, is the deadline for prosecutors to respond to that request for resentencing.
All right, Caitlin Becker live for us there in Oxford, Michigan. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.